zusammen. Wir sind ja am Stand von Blue Orange. Und zwar ist hier mit mir Matthieu und er zeigt uns jetzt die Neuheiten von Blue Orange.
Yes, exactly.
So, what are the upcoming games?
First of all, the new expansion for King Domino.
Oh,
you know
cool.
King Domino?
Yeah, sure.
So Age of Giants will be released in spring, during spring, and a lot of things are coming with it. First of all, you have a fifth castle, the Brown Castle, so you now, with this expansion, you can play until 5 players.
Oh, that's nice.
So, because you can play until 5 players, you have 12 new tiles. 2 types of tiles. You have tiles with letters. Letters are under the lowest one than usual because there are giants. It's Age of Giants, you have giants. It's not good to have giants in your kingdom because when you place them in your kingdom, the giant comes and he will crush a crown.
Oh, that's
so it's not good to have them. But there is also the higher tiles with higher number than 48, on which you have crowns on the 2 sides, and you can see footprints. When you place it in your kingdom, you can remove a giant of your kingdom and place it wherever you want.
On another
kingdom, an opponent's kingdom.
So it's more interaction between the players.
Exactly, more interaction. What you have also is challenge tiles. If you remember, in King Domino there is an extra rule which said if your castle is in the middle of the kingdom, you score extra victory points. And if your kingdom is 5 by 5 full, it's also victory points. You have like 15 new challenge tiles. Each game you place randomly 2, which will allow you to score victory points different ways. By example, this one, for those 4 kinds of landscape, you score 10 victory points if you have at least 5 of each without crowns.
So it's a good way to score points without crowns in this case.
For this game. This one, if you have a swamp in corner of your kingdom, you score 5 points per each. So you have a lot of different.
So more victory conditions.
Yeah. And inside you will have the tile dispenser, because only in the German version you have it inside.
Yeah, we have it.
But for all around the world there is not. It will be inside.
Oh, okay, that's
inside
nice
this one, and also with a score pad.
Okay, very cool.
And as you can see, the worldwide version, the landscape continues.
Oh, that's nice.
See?
Do you plan an expansion for Queen Domino as well, or?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet.
Normally, like a quick teasing, next year we should have Kid Domino.
Okay.
It's not the final name, but a version more for kids.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So, we saw that on Instagram. What's the next game?
Alors, this game is Kikafe. The name in English is Who Did It? Who did it? Who did that? Who did it? So it's a really funny quick game where you have to discard and innocent your pets. Each player have 6 pets in his hand, and the first question of the game is, who did it? And I can say, it's not my parrot who did it. I think it's a cat. Then all the other players will try to be the quickest one to discard their cat. No, it's not my cat who did it. I think it's a turtle who did it.
So the next player,
etc. But not that simple, because you will have less cards. If I said it's not my fish who did it, I think it's a cat. And every other player have already discarded the card.
Can't play a card.
Then it's my fish who did it. If it's not so you have to remember.
So it's a kind of memory thing.
Small memory, and the goal is not to win the poo token for sure.
And the game ends if all poo tokens are gone, or
when the player gets a third one, the one with the less token wins.
Oh, okay. And it's a nice artwork, I think.
They look so innocent.
Yeah, so innocent. Okay.
And I can tell for sure, so in France it will be released soon. For the German market, it will be released by Pegasus.
Bei Pegasus?
Yes, but can't tell you when exactly.
Okay, also wie ihr gehört, bei Pegasus wird das Spiel erscheinen, aber steht noch nicht fest wann. Okay, so the next game.
Then we have Bayam. I don't know if you already know the comics in which you are the hero.
Not
Pegasus
me.
released some.
I think no, not so.
No.
So this is a comic book, but this is also a game. Because
Interesting.
you start to read an adventure. So I'm in my friends and do stuff, and I go to my house, and my father is ill. I'm a pirate. I have to go to look for treasures.
Okay.
So the principle is quite easy. If I'm here, it tells me go to this square, so 114. I go to 114. So I read the book.
So it's a story
Yeah.
that progresses.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And you have riddles and small challenges to try to win the treasures. So that's the base of a comic in which you are the hero. Usually you play alone. You have only one book. Now with Bayam, it's the first time you can play multiplayer. Yeah. Each player have his own comic book with his own character. Each character have his own skills. So by example, this one, she talks with animals. So if we go on the same page, let's see at the beginning, I'm in the living room. Here I see nothing. This is the one, it's a more clever one, but here I see nothing. If I'm the girl who talks to animals, here I have something.
She has information.
She has information.
So it's a cooperative
It's
game.
a cooperative game.
Okay.
Each player have his own comic, and we read together. We make choice where do we go, and we progress this way to try
Very
to catch as much treasure as we can.
So cooperative story game to collect treasures.
Exactly.
You know
Okay.
this book, Lonely Wolf? This is also a storybook,
Yeah.
but without comics.
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
complicated.
Yes. Just a book. I've heard of it. Yeah. And in Germany, Pegasus already released some of comic books in which you are the hero. So I think
They will continue it.
they will continue it.
Okay. Very nice.
But I have to confirm.
We will see.
Yeah.
So
Kang.
a two-player game.
Yes, it's a two-player game. It's the re-edition with a theme of Giges. It was an abstract game which was released several years ago.
Yeah.
The goal is quite simple. You are kangaroos. You have to reach the opponent's camp to earn a gem. The first one who gets 3 points win the game. If you can count until 3, you can play. So it's quite easy. A level 1 bounce 1 time. A level 2, 1, 2. A level 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
When I arrived on a kangaroo, I can do 1, 2, 3. I have 2 choices. I can bounce from the height of this one, so I can do 1, 2, 3. Or I can box it because I'm a kangaroo, and replace it in an empty slot wherever I want.
Okay.
And the goal is to cross the
line. Okay. So that's not enough. You have to cross it.
Yeah, you have to cross the line. When it's your turn to play, you have to play the pawns that are the closest to you. But the pawns are not yours. As you can see, it's the same color. Because if this kangaroo reach this place and it's like this, I have to play one of those two ones. So it's really tactical because you have to think, you have to open ways to go to the other side, but you have to block your opponent too.
Yeah.
So it's really clever game. We are really fond of it. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. And when it's coming out?
It's coming in France. It will be released in Cannes next month.
In Cannes, okay.
For the German market, I don't know yet who will release it.
Okay.
That's why my colleagues are in meeting with different distributors all around the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also wie ihr gehört habt, das kommt in Cannes nächsten Monat raus. Ja. The next game, Brain Connect.
It's like a brain teaser race. Each player have this. We flip a card, and which tells you the 2 green points you have to connect
Okay.
by creating a path. So you will try to move the different parts
To
of
build
the
a
branches
connection.
to create the connection. Me, I'm really bad at it usually.
I think I'm not that good also.
And the first one to manage to do the way wins the card. The first one to win 5 cards win the game.
Oh,
So it's like a
So,
brain teaser, but in the board
very
game.
fast game.
Yeah.
And it's 8 up?
8
and
up.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's written 2 to 4 players, but you can play also alone because it's a brain teaser.
And you can play it with children because they can add their own speed.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it should be released, I think, during the summer. For the German market, I'm not sure yet. We have a distributor.
Okay. Cool. So,
Now a quick view for the Essen releases
Essen Releases.
already.
Jetzt seht ihr mal, was in Essen dieses Jahr rauskommen soll. Und das erste Spiel ist
Scarabia from Bruno Catala and Ludovic Maublanc.
And it's a tile-laying game.
Yes, it's quite some of a puzzle where you will do archaeological scavenging to try to catch golden beetles, the scarabia, a powerful artifact. So you have small scarabian on each board. Every player have his board with the same setup, but one player will play in the sea, one in the desert, one in the jungle, one in the North Pole. How do we play? The goal is to enclose the scarabian on maximum 4 square area to score victory points. If I do that, it's enclosed in a 2 square area. I score 2 victory points. It's as easy as that.
So you try to trap the scarab.
Exactly.
Okay.
But in 4 square maximum. By example, if I do that, it's 5 square. I don't score any victory points.
Okay.
So now how it's played. Each turn we reveal the card that each player has to play. So each player has the same one. The first turn you have to begin in the 4 central square, and you place it how you want, how you can. You will have to cover sometimes Caribbean. That's the game.
Yeah.
And after that, the other card, you have to be connected with what you have already placed. So we will play all the tiles like this and try to have maximum victory points.
Okay. So if it's a square with 3 squares, you get 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first way to play the game. But you also have a duel mode.
Yeah.
So you play on the same board, and if it's your turn, you reveal, you place, and you score directly.
Oh, interesting.
So you will try to catch faster than your opponent to be sure to get victory points. And there is also a solo mode, which is the opposite. You will try, always with the same order of pieces, to cover all the Scarabian.
All, okay.
Yeah, like also puzzle brain teaser.
And these tiles are exactly the same? So just the art is different, or?
Exactly, this is the same setup.
Same setup.
Same setup. So the player will play with the same board, with the pieces in the same order, but with a different strategy.
Okay. Very interesting. Also wie ihr sehen könnt, ein neues Teillegespiel von Bruno Catala. Ja. Und das nächste Spiel, das haben wir auch schon gesehen auf Instagram. We saw that on Instagram.
Exactly.
Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon from Rainer Knizia.
Oh, Rainer Knizia.
So it will be also released in Essen. And it's a game about Polynesia and colonize different islands. So each player have tokens and some hunts. The tokens are 2 sides. You have earth and you have water. When it's your turn to play, you have to place a token. It's really easy. It's all what you have to do. Really.
Yeah.
So if you want to be on Earth, it have to be around a token of your color. If you want to place it on water, you place it wherever you want. So by example, is that I start here, next turn I can do that. But I cannot do that directly. It's not connected to anything. And you have a lot of ways to score victory points. There will be 2 rounds. It's really important. 2 rounds. The first way to score victory points is to be present of at least 7 islands on the 8. So it makes you score victory points. You will also try to have the biggest path as possible which connected the different island. You multiply by 5 the number of islands you connected with the same path.
Yeah.
You will also try to gain the majority on each island. That's why you have numbers.
Okay, if you have the majority here, you get 8
score
points.
8, exactly.
Okay.
You can see there are different artifacts and items on the board. To catch them, it's simple. You place your pawn and collect it.
And that's a bonus you can use, or just?
It's just victory points by a collection way. So you can collect the same type to score victory point, and also if you have one of each, it also score victory points.
So also set collection. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can see there are hunts. You can place hunts instead of tokens, because that's the major twist of the game. At the end of the first round, when all the tokens are gone, or when all the tokens are played, you remove all the tokens, but the hunt stays. And you begin a new round, but you can now start from the hunt.
And is there a possibility to remove other tokens, or is it not possible? For example, if it's like this, can I remove it with my token? No.
Never.
Okay, never.
When it's placed, it's placed.
Okay. Okay.
So quite really easy to play, to understand, and multiple way to score victory points.
Okay. Seht ihr, noch gibt es noch eine Übersicht. Yeah. And it will be released at Essen.
Yes.
Then. Okay.
And for the German market, we don't know yet for the 2 ones.
Okay. So the last one.
Last
Monkey
one.
Stack.
It's a funny game.
Yeah, really.
It's really a funny game.
Funny, yeah.
Like a party game, you will play by team of 2 players. So there are 2 rules. The main goal each time is you flip the card. It tells you what you have to do.
Okay.
So you have to stack the different pieces this way. But 2 ways to play depending of what the back of the cards tells you. In this case, one is blind and the other tells him what to do. And the 2 teams are in competition. The fastest one wins. With the yellow side, the 2 players have to use only
the fingers.
A finger, like a chopstick, and you will try to stack the things. And the fastest one wins.
Okay. So a little funny party game.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Very cool.
It should be released in summer, if I remember, and for the German market, I don't know if somebody has already blocked it.
Okay.
Because I'm only the communication manager, I don't know for the international sales.
Okay.
I try to.
We try.
Yeah.
Wäre auf jeden Fall cool, wenn es auf Deutsch käme. We would like to see it in German. Okay, thank you, Matthieu.
Thank you. You're welcome.